Hello and welcome to the Counselor New Feature Summary for September 2020. We'll begin by talking about some new updates for the Fax Center. So we'll go here and click on the Fax Center in the top right hand corner. There are now two new options. One is the ability to delete a fax, right? So if we want to remove this, we simply click on the delete icon and then OK. Or if we want to not delete it, then we click cancel. The second option is to be able to reassign a fax. So if this fax, this incoming fax, was mishandled and we inadvertently assigned it to the wrong patient, you can certainly click on reassign. Now I would encourage you that before you reassign the fax, you go into the original patient's profile and delete that fax. Because even if you reassign it, that original fax would remain in that original patient's profile. So step one, go into the incorrect patient's profile into the document section and delete the PDF of the fax. Step two would be to go into the Fax Center, click reassign, and then select the correct patient. So you start typing in their name, and that will enable you to select that patient. Okay, once you've done that, the fax will now be available within that newly selected patient's profile, and you should be good to go from there. All right, so let's move on then to formatting of invoices. Now this is specifically in regards to formatting for return address windowed envelopes. So if you have the type of envelopes that have a window in the return address area, you now have the ability to realign the counselor statements to accommodate that. So you'd go ahead and click on Administration in the top menu bar and then select Invoice Options. You'll see there are two areas. The first area is for setting up the invoices for the recipient's address window, right? That's the center address that's telling the patient's information. The second area, the new area, is regarding return address windows. Okay, so you can go ahead and simply activate that by selecting window upper left-hand corner, and then you can use these margin controls to affect where exactly it shows up. So if you do a test and you find that perhaps it's shifted too far to the right or too far to the left, you can modify these margins to accommodate. So I'd recommend practicing a few times to make sure it fits your specific envelopes properly, and then once you save this for the final time, you should be good to go for envelopes going forward. All right, now let's look at line item discounts. There is now an option available for a quick link, I should say, for 100% discount. You've likely seen this when you've added line items, batteries or warranties or hearing instruments to a specific invoice. There are quick links that you can click on for 5, 10, 15, 20%. Now there is an option for 100%. So for example, if a patient came in to pick up their free pack of batteries for their birthday, you could simply click on 100%, and of course it would then at a discount, entirely discount the amount for, in that case, those batteries. Okay. Another option here is to define which discounts are available for specific line item types. So if you have certain discounts that are related to hearing instrument sales versus battery sales versus warranty sales, those can be pre-selected in the administration section. So that way you don't have to kind of sort through the list each time. So of course you can set up your master list of discount types here, but once you've done that and you feel comfortable with them, you can jump into the line item type administration section and say, okay, for accessories, for example, we want only certain discount types. Maybe you want all discount types. That's great. Or if you say, nope, we want these three, right? And then you can select and save those. And then whenever you're adding an accessory to an invoice, you'll only see those three discount types. Okay, and this would be kind of universal. This would be for all staff members across all invoices going forward. It will have no effect, though, of course, on invoices going backward. Okay. There's also a new option here regarding replacement cost or L&D cost. Now, this is a field that's available for line items that are considered to be devices, so hearing instruments, remote controls, etc. Up until now, this has been a cookied field. That means that whatever was the last amount you set for an L&D cost, let's say $200, the next time you add a device to an invoice, it will set it to $200. Now, the change here is pretty significant in that it enables you to set that on a line item type level. So I'm still in the line item type administration, And I can go ahead here and I can go ahead and say, okay, for hearing instruments, we can set our L&D replacement cost at, let's just make up a number here and say 225. Okay. Then for remote controls, I want this to be a little different. I want to set this as $150. Okay. And then going forward, anytime I add a remote control to an invoice, it will set the L&D cost automatically at $150 and the hearing aid L&D cost at $225. So it enables you to set that L&D cost for device-related line item types at that line item type level. Okay, and this is a particularly important one, so if you have any questions, let us know. We're happy to review that further. Now, let's move on here to invoice statuses. There's ability now to disable specific invoice statuses, so you would simply go to Administration, and under the Invoice section, you click on Statuses. If you have any statuses, maybe you set them up originally and they no longer apply, you can simply click on the Edit option off to the right, and then uncheck that option and click Save. And it will remove from your list. Now, if you did that inadvertently, you certainly could go and see that still in your list. Once again, this would have no effect on invoices in the past. It would just simply make you potentially clean up your list going forward. All right, so this concludes the new feature summary for September 2020. Of course, if you have any questions, please give us a call, email us, live chat us. We always love to hear ideas, your comments, your feedback, so keep it coming. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.